Yep.
There was reports that this was like the unprecedented level of shit talking during the Cup final this year. I feel like we don't need confirmation of that, but can we have confirmation of that?
I mean, it was something I'd never seen before.
Welcome to the show, Stanley Cup champion AJ Greer. AJ, there was a moment at the end of Game 6 of the Stanley Cup final that was on camera. Paul Maurice goes over to your line and he says that he wants you guys to finish the game. He says, we were down to Toronto and you fuckers got us back in this thing, so you're going to be the last ones on the ice.
Because we're down 2-0 against Toronto, and you fuckers got us here. You get the last shift. Barkov!
Was there any part of you that was like, don't call me a fucker?
That guy's intense. Like, I just love the way he gets you going. I mean, it was weird. Like, we hadn't played for 7 minutes, and it was kind of a blowout game in the third. So I'm just kind of in my head being like, why are we not going out there? What's going on here? Like, it was a little weird. And then 2 minutes hits the clock, and then I just start thinking about when I'm gonna throw my gloves, when I'm gonna hop over the boards and just skate to Bob, and how it's gonna feel. Like, I'm already starting to kind of get jitters, and it was just an unbelievable feeling. Like, the fans were going crazy, and then all of a sudden he's like, hey, you three, get up. And then he just gives that speech about, he's like, when we were down 2-0, we put you in as a line, and you guys changed the whole series, and you got us to where we're at now, and I want you guys to have that final shift. And it literally felt like the whole entire world just stopped for me for a good 5 seconds. When he said that, I literally have goosebumps right now telling you the story. Like, you guys have no idea what that moment meant to me. And I know how big of a moment it was for Gadji and Nos. Like, being a fourth liner and being recognized like that, but also just, I mean, being on that ice and being able to see that clock ticking down and throw your gloves up, like, something you dream of as a kid. And it's something that I don't think any other person in the entire world would have thought of in that single moment. But of course, Paul Maurice, like, just such an unbelievable coach, but also just a stand-up guy, and he thinks outside the box. And it's a moment that we appreciate it all as a fourth line. Like, it was crazy, and I'm glad they got a video of it, because I watched that thing all summer, and I just couldn't believe that I was in that position.
I was going to ask you if you went back and watched it, because like you seem to remember it pretty well. And that seems like something that you would just like kind of black out in the moment because you have so many things going on.
Yeah, like, we got up and he told us that, and then I started just jumping up and down. I was like pushing Gads, pushing Nose. We were looking at each other like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? And we get out there, and it was about 45 seconds left. Puck goes up the ice. They dump it in. And when 30 seconds hit the clock, it was like we weren't playing anymore. Like, I have a couple videos because my buddies were kind of iso-camming me when they were at the game. But, like, I grabbed Nosy. I was just, like, hugging him. There's still 30 seconds on the clock. And then I was just, like, going crazy. It was like I had never had this feeling before. Just, I was screaming. For 20 seconds, like, just letting it all out, letting all the pain and just, like, the joy and everything combined of, like, every single emotion that I've went through my entire life. When I, had doubts about myself, when I was going through hard times playing, as a kid, going to prep school, going to BU, making, a huge decision, leaving BU, like, putting everything on the line for myself and really gambling my future, and now being on the ice and being a Stanley Cup champion. Like, I just, like, screamed for 20 seconds. I was hitting the glass with my stick, and then as soon as I looked up, it was like 3, 2, 1, and then I just, like, threw it up. And you can see in the video, like, I'm jumping up and down, I'm skating to the guys, I jump up, and, like, it was a crazy celebration. It's unbelievable. Like, I watch that video all the time, and you can see how much it meant to me, for sure.
Weren't you worried that once you got out there, Noshik was going to flip the puck over the glass and the Oilers were going to come back?
Over the glass, and there's 20,000 making the call.
Jesus.
Look, a lot of shit for that one. And I know there's, like, that meme where like Wallman was screaming in his face after that game one, and like, fuck, we got in the locker room and he just didn't want to look at anyone in the face. And you just should have seen the locker room. Like everyone went and hugged him. Everyone was joking around with him that night and like chirping him about it. And the next day, by then, like he had heard so much and he saw that guys didn't really care, and they just kind of laughed about it. So it was just a running joke after that. So, you know, we kind of turned that situation into a funny one. So it did make him feel better, and there was no worries in our game. Like as far as that could have been anyone, you know, stuff happens, but yeah, it was a tough.
All right,
Yeah,
two parts off of it. So
that happened, and we were talking about Wallman. We were like, it's funny that he did that, but also you put a huge target on his back, especially with that group, with you guys. Like not exactly the team that you want to make an enemy of. And then later on in the series, Gadjevich has his moment, you know, and he becomes like a cult hero with his face. So like, what was the whole like follow up to Wallman doing that within your room?
it was a very face forward series.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even just him. I mean, it was just everything. Like anytime anyone had any sort of opportunity to get into each other's heads, like they were doing it. Whether it was the chirps, slash, cross checks, just after the whistle bumps, like, I mean, anything to get anyone off their game. And like, you knew, like the whistle blew, you still had to be ready to, like, with a head on a swivel. It was crazy. And then obviously with the energy in the Edmonton building, the first two games, it's an imposing place to be in, and there's a lot of emotion, a lot of anger, because you want to protect your teammates and you want to win so bad that like you just, you know, you want to like go to battle and do something that'll, like, you know, you'll blow someone up and like you'll just be the hero. But you know, next thing you know, you're in the penalty box, and it was just a crazy emotional roller coaster of wanting to be that guy and wanting to impose yourself, but also not wanting to be in the penalty box.
So you guys were making fun of Nosek, you said. Like his teammates were making fun of him after the game, and you guys were down one game. Like, you lost that game. That wasn't like got away with it. You didn't get away with it. You lost that game, and you were still, your mood was still so light that after the game, you're making fun of kind of the reason you lost the game.
You have no clue. I mean, just even like coming to the Toronto series, we were down 2-0, and boys were just like, you know, it was definitely light, and guys were playing cards and hanging out together after, and it was like, all right, boys, well, we're gonna have to win the third and fourth one, no problem. Like, we're going back home. It's all good. I mean, this is my first time in playoffs in the NHL as far as being in this position, and I'm like going through it. I'm like, okay, we won one game, we're gonna win the cup. We lost one game, we're gonna lose and get kicked out of this playoffs. It's like, it was such a roller coaster for me, but for them being in that position of being the reigning champs and have done it before, like they knew what it took, and they knew they were prepared to take it to 7 games, and that's the big thing for us, like being able to have a 7-game mentality. And so it was just crazy, like not giving into the pressure, not thinking about anything other than, okay, that one's done. Let's just focus on the next period. Let's focus on the next shift. And like, guys just had so much fun together. We would get up and play poker. We had two poker tables going. We had a movie going. You know, you always had Rhino order like a bunch of boxes of crumble cookies, and like it was just the best time ever. Honestly, it brought me back to high school hockey, to AAA summer hockey. I mean, just being with a bunch of guys and having fun off the ice, and then like going to battle with each other. It was awesome. So fun.
That fucking rules.
The
Just
absolute
like
boys.
the boys abusing LTIR, taking steroids. Just like, you guys have a culture, man. That's so fucking. In all seriousness, you said that you made fun of Nosek, so I gotta set up Pete. Like, ask what they did about Ekblad.
Oh yeah. What did you? How was the Ekblad situation received after he was suspended?
He wasn't around much, and I mean, to be honest, the day it happened, he just came in the locker room and just you know, said what was going on, and he was just said that he was going to take it like a man and move on. He wasn't going to appeal it, and he didn't want to disturb anything because we were doing so well. And I respect that, man. Like, for him to go through that, especially for him as a contract year guy, he was having a great season, and then that happens, and it leads us into playoffs, and everyone kind of thinks, oh, well, it's going to distract them, it's going to do this, it's going to do that. We just kind of went about our day, and like, it was what it was. We knew we weren't going to have Eki till the second game playoffs or third game playoffs, so we were ready for that, and we had battled injuries all year, so we were used to kind of having guys in and out of the lineup, and we needed guys to step up. So, now it's a joke with him, definitely. And like, even today, he was doing the bike test, and I was like, how is it? And he's like, I don't know, man. It just seems a lot harder than what it was last year. And I was just like, I wonder why.
I bet it is. I bet it is, brother.
Yeah, like, all the boys laughed, and like, he's like, no, it's not like that. Like, stop, But it's good jokes amongst our group, and like, so fun to be around the guys. I really love this group, and I mean, it's just a diverse group of people with like different personalities and inside jokes. Like, think about, you're with a group of guys for so long, for a year, and you have all these inside jokes, and like, pretty much we have the same team again. So you're just keeping what it was going. There's no new, like, pretty much no new guys. We have a few of them, but the whole culture and like the jokes that were last year, and like, nothing's changing. It's just great. It's honestly great. I love it.
It's crazy that you guys were able to run it back like that. How was Marchand in Florida versus how he was in Boston? Like, does he have a new lease on life?
I mean, he's definitely gotten used to the Florida experience for sure. You could tell he's a little more tan. He's coming in with his iced coffee in the gym, and like, a little more laid back. But he's one of a kind. He's one of my favorite people, and just a gamer. Like, just all out all the time, whether it's in the gym or on the ice. Like, he's a competitor. He won't lose. Like, you slash him, he's coming at you. You win a puck battle, he's coming back at you. He's just literally a bulldog. Like, just won't stop. And he's getting used to it. And he went hunting last week, but he's coming back to Florida weather now, and I know he loves it here.
What was it like getting him as like the new guy, that kind of experience? Because like in Boston, he'd been here forever and was like on the verge of the captaincy, but he arrives to Florida and like you have more bearings than him there. Like, what was it like experiencing him in a new situation?
So funny. Like, the first day, he was just so polite and calm, and he had his suit, and like, he was just so straightforward and straight line. And I remember in my head being like, you boys wait. 3-4 days, this guy's going to be buzzing. He's going to be chirping everyone. He's going to be the Marshy that I know. And that's exactly what happened. Like, it took him like 3-4 days before he was just like firing, like just Marshy that we know, and he was just so quiet and nice the first few days and didn't want to disrupt anything. And like, now he's just, he's Marshy. You can't really describe the guy. He's just one of a kind. Like I said, he's so happy and energetic, but he chirps 24/7. 24/7.
I mean, he was one of many guys who called you the least trustworthy guy to celebrate with the Stanley Cup.
AJ Greer. He's a different breed. He's a different breed of human. He's an animal.
Why is AJ Greer not trustworthy with the Stanley Cup?
What did he say? He said I'm an animal? So I'm a different breed? I don't know. I don't know, honestly. You should ask him. Ask him and Seth Jones why. I don't know. I just like
better to be too much than too little,
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, did the Stanley Cup survive the summer with you? Like, would you say that if they polled the team, would you still be the guy that they say is untrustworthy with the cup?
Unfortunately, yes. First guy to get it, dented it. Not good.
How'd that happen?
Dropped it a couple times, and we had a parade in my hometown, and we were just tossing it around, and ended up we had a nice rooftop bar. We had the whole patio, partied with it, and then went to the club that night, and it was a crazy day. Like we did some charity work, and then we did, like I said, a parade in my hometown. We did family stuff, and then we partied the whole rest of the night. And it got banged up for sure, and the Cup guys were not happy with me. And I was the first guy to get it, and they had just finally received it. It was like newly polished and shiny and perfect, and it ended up that it's pretty much it was pretty much a triangle when I gave it back. Of course, Marshy's the first one to like take a picture of the cup from up top and be like, courtesy of the Greers.
Why would they give it to you first? If it was all on record, they said don't give it to this guy. Why would they give it to you first?
Yeah, I got to set the tone somehow, eh?
Yeah, that must have fucking rocked. I mean, I was gonna ask like, what's the coolest story of celebrating winning the cup in the next few days, but I can just pick because all of it was on video and we've seen all. Like, is there a moment that didn't make its way to social media that stands out to you?
I mean, a few, but like I'd say the best moment for me celebrating it was in the locker room with the guys after the game. Like just full on party from 12 to 5 a.m., blasting tunes, dancing on top of tables, just with all our wives and friends around and family, just tossing the cup around, spraying champagne nonstop. Like it was out of a movie. Literally exactly what I had pictured a celebration to be for a Stanley Cup, honestly.
At what point was Brad Marchand told to stop taking pictures of everybody and tagging thank you to their former teams? Because that guy like doesn't post on Instagram and was posting 400 stories a day for like 5 straight days.
He doesn't post on Instagram until he got to the Panthers, because I guess Sweens told him to calm it down a few years ago when I was there.
Is that right?
That's the rumor. But this guy's all time, man. The one where he took it and he just starts thanking everyone, like thanking every team and taking a picture of every guy. It was just unbelievable. Like we were at dinner in Miami and it was so funny. Like guys were just loving it, and he's just one of a kind. And then the one on the boat with the sticker and stuff, like it's just him. He just thinks of ways to make you laugh, honestly, every day. Like he saw Barkey for the first time today. He's like, Cap, Barkey, fuck, you look good from the waist down. Like who thinks of that?
Sounds right.
No, I mean Chiarelli after 2011, Chiarelli kicked him and Sagan out of Boston. Like they were celebrating, I don't know, too long, too many places, and Chiarelli had to be like, guys, go have an off season, get out of Boston, get away from this. I love that it was still happening years later.
I guarantee you, he partied harder in this one. Like, there's no way he did better than what he did this summer. Holy, you should have seen this guy. Just the time of life. Oh my God, he was all gas. I've never seen anything like it.
But you know what's cool is he did that in 2011 when they won, and then he kind of had an awakening at some point, which is like, I'm not going to be like the classic NHL booze bag. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to make sure that I play as long as I can. I'm going to be ready for every game, this and that. But whenever you asked him about 2011 and you're like, you know what, you don't drink as much now, but back then, do you regret that? And he was like, no, I won the fucking cup. If I won the cup again, I would go just as hard. And I mean, he put his money where his mouth is, because he was thinking of that shit with the when someone handed him the water and he just like poured it past his face. Fucking brilliant. Unbelievable. And the best part of it is he was making himself so much more valuable to all these teams that would have wanted to sign him, because you know that every owner was like, get me that guy. We can put him on posters. And then he just fucking signed a weird ass long contract with you guys anyway. Just peak someone living their best life.
Yeah, literally living his best life. And like I said, this guy thinks outside the box when it comes to, you know, making people laugh and being himself. Like, never a dull moment with him. But yeah, I mean, there's no, we took care of ourselves so well this year. Like they talk about recovery. They talk about being prepared to be in these moments and being in 3 consecutive finals. Like, so hard on your body. I just went through one season, and it took me like a good month to feel like myself again. So this team is unbelievable when it comes to, you know, preparing themselves off the ice, preparing themselves on the ice for what's to come later on in the season. And once it's time to party, like they, you know, they won the cup, we party. Like that's totally it. Enjoy it when the time comes, and I definitely think Brad enjoyed it, and so did I. Like, it was the best time ever, best summer ever.
I mean, you mentioned the sticker that Marchand was wearing. You had the clip from the elbow room where you also started chanting "Fuck the Oilers."
Hey, fuck the Oilers! Fuck the
There
Oilers!
was reports that this was like the unprecedented level of shit talking during the Cup final this year. I feel like we don't need confirmation of that, but can we have confirmation of that?
I mean, it was something I'd never seen before, and like, not just shit talking, but just like, just anger, and just wanting to kill each other. Like, I'd never experienced something like that, and so it just elevated the gameplay so much. And you know, you score a goal, you're feeling nice, you pass by their bench like a few times. You know, a few guys like were looking at our bench and kind of chirping us in that way, and it's just like, fuck. It's like, it's so hard because you want to be that guy to just step up and do the right play and take them out, or you know, be physical and stuff. But again, like, you put them on a power play, you're putting your team in a really hard position with that sort of power play that they have. So it was just pure anger and wanting to win so bad, and especially with the history that they had last year. I mean, they probably came in and was like, okay, we're going to bully them before they bully us.
How'd that work out?
Yeah, I fucking hate that. Who did you hate the most?
I'm not answering that one.
But you didn't hate Leon.
I hate him because he scored the OT, and I was on his back trying to back check, and I don't know how that puck went in. It was just a weird balance, but I didn't sleep that night because I was like, fuck, the first time I get put on overtime, I get scored on, and it's Draisaitl, just an absolute monster, like, protecting the puck and then backhanding it into the net. And like, every time I closed my eyes that night, I was seeing that goal and like right in front of me, and they went up the series. Yeah, it was 2-2 going back to Edmonton. Like, it was a tough one.
Well, Draisaitl never scores goals, and he never scores goals in overtime, so that was for sure your fault. You definitely should have taken that very bad. Everybody was saying, I remember the next day we had the AJ Greer episode, what are the Panthers going to do? Leon Draisaitl for sure wouldn't have scored the game-winning goal if it weren't for AJ Greer.
I think we specifically had a conversation about how you needed to befriend Aaron Ekblad so that you could handle...
Talk to his guy,
Leon
catch up to him.
Draisaitl, yeah.
Yeah.
You ever watch the Rocky Richard movie where like there's 3 guys on his back? I felt like one of those guys.
No, but I've seen the Johnny Bananas clip, the backpack clip, which is unbelievable. That's what that was.
Yeah. So all the animus between you and the Oilers, you're the team DJ of the Panthers, and you're a musician, which is very interesting. The post-game locker room, were you the one that put on Pink Pony Club?
Yeah, I fired up a couple times. Chuck,
fucking asshole. Why?
Chuck wanted me to just repeat for an hour, but I couldn't do that to anyone. So I put it a few times, and it played over the course of literally a month, like at least 2-3 times a day, everywhere I went. So again, like, you talk about anger and just like chirping and stuff like that. Fuck, that was definitely a way to get back at them, you know, for our part. But you know, it's all playful banter and like, but yeah, locker room DJ, fired it up for the boys all year, and I thought I did a pretty good job.
Well, the joke's on you because a good DJ doesn't repeat songs. So you would get fired from any gig for that.
There you go.
Disrespect, not just for being disrespectful, but that's just shoddy work, repeating songs.
Yeah, I know, it's lazy.
You try to go the whole year without repeating songs, right?
I didn't repeat one song for 82 games.
That's crazy.
But after
That's unbelievable.
I couldn't because there was too many good songs that I had to fire the boys up with. But yeah, 82 games. I didn't repeat one song, and I actually, in the playoffs, I kept a playlist for every single game. So every game, if you go to my Apple Music, every game has its own playlist, and you'll see what I played.
How do you like deal with other guys in the room? Like, is there a general sense of like order? Like, do other guys request songs, and you're like, nope, fuck you. We're on a playlist. I can't repeat songs.
So like, I didn't know anyone coming in here. And so I got here in August, and I just, honestly, I'm someone who likes to have conversation with people, get to know them and stuff. And then everyone I asked I was just like, what do you like for music? Because music's a big part of my life. And so I just kind of got the feel for everyone's, music taste. And most guys were like, I don't really care. And then I knew that was like, okay, you like top hits. Okay, you like EDM. All right, no problem. A couple guys were specific with certain rock songs and stuff, but you get a sense of it like as soon as you start playing songs, and you look around the locker room, you see the guys really dialed in, or they're kind of looking around being like, what the fuck is this song? So for us this year was like a mix of rap and EDM, and then we started it in Nashville. I just started playing rock songs the whole time, old school rock. And we went on a 9-game winning streak, I believe. And we only played rock during that bridge of games. So
I bet Ekblad liked that.
I really switched it up. And it was a cool thing. It's a lot of work though, but it's something I incorporated in my pregame routine. But it's something I really like because not only do I get to do it and I get to fire the boys up, but also like I play the stuff that I like. So I did it in Calgary. I didn't do it in Boston, but I've done it, every other year before that, wherever I was.
Why not in Boston? Who had the aux in Boston?
Video coach did, and I was in and out of the lineup, so it was kind of a hard thing to do when you're in and out of the lineup because you don't show up to games 2 hours before when you're scratched. So, I mean, when I was injured or scratched in the playoffs this year, I still came and did the music for the guys because I felt it was necessary, and it was definitely something that I thought was important. But yeah, it's something I take pride in. It's something I really love to do.
That's a team player. We're going to play a game in which we name an artist and you tell us whether or not you've played that artist in the dressing room. All right, we've got some options here.
All right.
Justin Timberlake.
No.
Wow.
Brooks and Dunn.
No.
Justin Bieber.
Nope.
Busta Rhymes.
Yes, Bieber, but it wasn't his single feature. He wasn't a single. It was a feature. So technically, yes. Busta Rhymes. Yep.
Chance the Rapper.
Yep.
Florida's own Kodak Black.
Definitely.
Nice. Benson Boone?
No.
The Eagles.
Yep.
Why don't you play any songs by women?
Putting me on the spot here. I did.
That's all that game was. We were just going to, and I just see you're a good DJ that we came up with a list of what we thought were obvious ones. Like, of course you're doing Timberlake. It's at some point you're putting on Future Sex Love Sounds 2020 Experience, but no, you're going deeper than that. So like, what are you playing instead of Justin Timberlake? Are you doing like Michael Jackson there?
Yeah, I played some Michael Jackson. I played some old.
You know what he did?
Some old school rap, some new school rap. Again, old school rock. A lot of EDM. The guys like EDM a lot. Remixes and yeah, I definitely go deep and I take pride in that. So a lot of variety. But I think it like goes over people's heads. Like most of the guys, they tell me they're like, I don't even know what's playing. I don't really hear it, and I max it out. So
that's I hate that. The best thing someone can say to me at dinner is, do you hear what they're playing right now? I love when people are fucking paying attention to what's on. It makes me so happy. So yeah, when people are like, what? There's music?
They know.
I'm like,
they know. Especially like the first preseason game I DJ'd, Bobrovsky came up to me and he was like, "Man, those are the best songs I've ever heard before a game. Good job." And then, like, that's it. He walked away, and I was just like, "Let's go, Bob."
That's incredible. Getting a playlist compliment
So you
is
have
up there.
so you have played Benson Boone.
Bob.
That would rock if Bob's a fucking Boone head. That would rule.
I do have to ask, can you explain to me why Coldplay all of a sudden is the NHL's favorite band?
They're on tour at the right time.
Or the wrong time if you ask certain families.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but it just seemed like all of a sudden, like I hadn't heard Coldplay, at least like not widely popular. And then every NHL player went to a Coldplay concert this summer. It's crazy.
It's courtesy of some agencies right there. But no.
Ooh.
No.
They're just dumping tickets.
We're getting to the bottom of this now.
Their music's timeless, and like people will go watch their concerts even if they'd released like really good songs in like early 2000s, even in like they're old stuff. So I mean, it travels with you even 20 years later. It holds their name holds weight, I think, and I don't know if they did a tribute to their old stuff or something, but I remember seeing a few music videos online of them playing their classic stuff, and you know, I think they're a good band, and I could definitely see it being on a summer night, good concert. But I know the boys brought the cup there, and they had shot Leo Messi, and then they panned the camera right to the boys, and the boys were chugging beers and lifting the cup, and the crowd went nuts. Like that must have been a really cool experience for them.
How do you have time to do 82 plus playlists?
You don't watch movies.
I don't watch movies. I don't watch,
like at all. Period.
I actually don't watch TV at all. I was just talking to my buddy. I tried. I had last Friday my family wasn't here yet. I was setting up the house, and I finally had a little time to myself. I'd made some music, played some video games, so I was kind of like, okay, let's try something new. I texted my buddy who watches a lot of movies, and I asked him, I was like, give me top 5, like right now, whatever you think I'd like to watch. He gives me a list. I put on one of the movies. 35 minutes in, I'm just like zoned out. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't sit still and watch. Like my ADD, I need to do something. I need to like be creative and get my mind going. So I just went back to my computer and made some music. But everyone tells me that everyone brings up like movie lines and talks about this and that movie, and I'm just like, I've never seen that one. Like Nate Schmidt, for example, he's a huge movie head, and like the classics and whatever, like he loves it. He was actually in charge of like putting movies on during the playoffs in our little poker room. He would put on, the classic Adam Sandler movies and all the classics behind that. And every time I'd be like, no, I've never seen that one. He's like, are you kidding me? How have you never seen that movie? You crazy? And I was just like, I don't watch movies. I don't know what to tell you. You just can't sit.
Okay, I got a solution for you. You love music and you need to get into movies. Mamma Mia 2. Don't do the first one. Mamma Mia 2, fucking banger after banger. It's the type of stuff that you're playing in the room anyway. Yeah. Plus, beautiful Greek islands, people being young, flirty, and fun.
It is a great movie.
Yeah. Everyone having sex.
Is a good one too.
What's that?
High School Musical is a good one too.
See, that one I don't know. That one I think I'm too old for.
You're never too old to revisit the classics. What was the last movie you watched to completion?
American Gangster. It's a good movie, actually. I like that one.
Oh, that is a good movie. That's an old one.
Yeah.
Oldish.
Was it when it came out? Because that was like 12 years ago or something like that?
It was a long time ago, yeah.
This was I think last year.
Okay. Well, I mean, I respect it. You're a man that knows. Like, we have Kirill Marchenko on way more than any other podcast, and he doesn't. What is he? Oh, he doesn't like music. He doesn't listen to music. When he scores a goal, he says, "You can keep it. Don't play stuff. Just like I don't care about music. This isn't for me." And that fascinates us. You're a guy who doesn't care about movies or TV. I don't know what else would be out there for someone to not consume, but I don't know. I respect knowing what you like and knowing what you don't like. And as someone with very bad or good ADD, however you want to look at it, I respect kind of knowing how to hone it. My ADD makes me watch movies.
Yeah. very, very active mind. And when I sit there and do nothing, I start thinking about the craziest things, and it just gets crazier and crazier. So that's music kind of grounds me, and music kind of quiets my mind a bit. And I have to have music 24 hours a day. Like I don't do anything without music. I want to build a shelf, I put music on. I go in my car and I drive somewhere, I put music on. I get to the locker room and put music on for the guys. You know, I'm playing with my son in his playroom. We're playing with some toys. I'll put music in the background.
You should watch Baby Driver. It's about someone with the exact same affliction as you, except what do? They rob banks?
They're a getaway driver for robbing banks, yeah.
They're a getaway driver for robbing banks, but they fall in love with the character played by Lily James. Speaking of, you should see Mamma Mia 2, man. She is incredible in it. So that's the movie for you. Baby Driver and Mamma Mia 2.
I'll put it on my list.
Okay, fantastic. You are the greatest. We're going to see you in the final anyway, so I'm sure we'll see you soon enough. AJ Greer, thank you so much, man.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.